All right, everybody, how's it going? Hey, so I did not think I was going to be at the Hobbit house today, but I am. So, what do you think of that? How's it going? So, I'm trying to sort things out here. Trying to sort things out. So, we're gonna change things up. Thanks for being here, of course, as always. Thanks for being here. Let's. I don't know. The lighting's kind of sucky. Like it's freezing cold. It's like 50 degrees in here. But, anyways, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All right. All right. I'm just gonna get comfy on the couch, and we're gonna change the topic. Can you guys hear everything? Okay. Everything's working. Finally caught a live stream. Dave Smith. Hallelujah. Sir Goodenough's here. Oh, thank goodness. C Sharpworm. How's it going? Oh, good. Quindor's here. Oh man. Daycare. Oh boy. Whew. All right. Woohoo. Okay. Hey, is the chat? I like having the chat right there. You guys okay with the chat like that? What do you think? Oh, because then there's two chats. I think we do the chat. I think we take this other chat off. Let's take this chat off. This one. And then we can get rid of this. And we can do this. I can bring this chat down, and then I can see it, and you can see it. Sweet. What do you think? All working. You look so cozy. I feel cozy right now. A little bit of a delay from the audio. Has anyone ever installed Home Assistant on a VMware S6XC server? I'm sure it can work on VMware. Sir Goodenough, you were doing VM stuff for a while, weren't you? Restream's not up, really? Turkey, liver. I wonder why. We could try it. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's put up another new window. Let's go to Restream. Find out why it's not working. Maybe there's something. It says Twitch on there. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, well, everything's worked. I mean, it looked like it updated them all here. Anyway, sorry. What do you think? Ikafar does that. Okay, sorry. He can't even spell VM. That's awesome. Ryan. Roar. All right. Oh, there you go. Robert's got it. Robert can hook you up. It's kind of a pain. Oh, hey, so we got to change topics tonight, okay? Because I was gonna do the Matrix, the sound reactive Matrix, but that was because I thought I was gonna be at home. And this morning I got a call from my contractor buddy up here and saying, "Hey, when are you gonna be here? Because we're here and we're ready to do a bunch of stuff." And so I thought, "Oh crap!" So I jumped in the car and came up here, and we've been working and doing stuff. Now they're gone, so I'm doing the stream. But I don't have the Matrix with me. So we're going to do something else. We'll probably just switch topics. So tomorrow night's topic was going to be Nerd Dad Christmas List. So instead, how about tonight we do Nerd Dad Christmas List? What do you think? What do you think? Trying to move an existing virtual ball. Oh, you guys are talking about that. Great. Did my last lights last weekend. Finished my dad's lights this past weekend. Nice job. Avalos. Proud of you, dude. Good work. You got everything going? Everything's happy? By the way, for everybody who is waiting for an update on the Permatrack and such, we got the updated tracking information today. And as of 1:30 this afternoon, it is heading for Salt Lake City. So I assume that means it's coming from California, Southern California somewhere, and it's now on its way to Salt Lake City. So tomorrow, maybe the next day, my guess would be things get posted for sale, and you can start making orders on Thursday for Permatrack. So, okay. Oh yes, how about that maize and blue? Am I not wearing maize and blue 24/7? I'm buying. Look, I already have lots. Like I've got stuff from when I was there 20 years ago. But now that we have all this much more reason to celebrate. That's a large part of the Christmas list now for me and Dawson is a bunch more of that stuff. A bunch more Michigan stuff. Go Blue. And boy, that was a great, it was great watching them just annihilate Iowa. I mean, that was just fun. But still, going back to that Ohio State game, man, oh, the joy, the pure just joy of watching our guys win that game was just fantastic. Just fantastic. Let's see. Robert says, not related, just resuscitated a string of incandescent lights using a Lightkeeper Pro this weekend. Never thought I'd be so happy to fix what used to be a throwaway item. Stock shortages suck. Oh, maybe some of these stock shortages do make us a little more maybe ready to fix things rather than get something new, right? Go Blue. My issue with my lights from Facebook post was the fuses. Did we talk about that, Alex? I don't remember. Oh, did you send me something on Facebook? Because that was somebody else's problem too. And it was a weird problem. It wasn't like the fuse was blown. It was like the volt. It was like there was adding resistance or something. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say because I'm misremembering. Misremembering is bad. Gave him my version 2 and you got the version 3. You can't thank you enough. Awesome. Great. Well, I've got a video that I've started editing now that's all about fixing flickering and a little bit about injections, about power injections. So that'll be, maybe I might even work on that tonight. I'm only gonna stream here for about an hour. So we'll get off in about 40 minutes and then I'll probably run to Logan. You know what? Don't tell my wife. I have not eaten. I've eaten, those little Pillsbury pies, that like you used to get in your lunch when we were kids. Those little pies that had like chocolate or vanilla pudding inside or whatever. I had one of those today and that's it. But I'm not even hungry. I've just been working. So you want to see The Matrix? Jacob, tune in tomorrow. Can you tune back in tomorrow? Because I will do The Matrix tomorrow. I thought about it this morning as I was like frantically gathering some things to bring up here. I thought, do I bring it? Do I try and make it work? And it just was, I felt like, no, that would be too crazy. Let's just, I'll come up, we'll switch to a different topic and it'll be all right. Is Tailscale on the list? Tailscale needs to be on the list, Jesse. Definitely, Tailscale needs to be on the list. Do you guys know what Tailscale is? Tailscale is basically a managed WireGuard. So it's a VPN, but I think it just uses your Google login somehow. I don't know much about it. Paulus was telling me about it. Jesse obviously knows about it. And it seems like WireGuard's not too hard. I had a real hard time with understanding VPNs. I do get them now, and WireGuard was not too hard as far as setting up VPNs go. But this sounds like it's even easier, but it uses all the same back-end stuff, all the same encryptions and the same methods of whatever as WireGuard. It's just a different interface on the user side, and it takes care of all the back-end stuff. So it should be pretty cool. Of course you can ask an LED question, Kevin. That's what we're here for. You added it last night. It's super easy, huh, Jesse? Oh, nice. My flickering went away. Ended up doing a new power data run from the booster, and that solved it. Well, there you go. There you go, Stefan. I'm glad you fixed it. I'm glad you fixed it. I try and come up with a complete list of things that to fix for all this stuff, and as you can imagine, it's impossible to really fix or to know what all it might be every time. But all right, let's open us up a browser window here. I'm going to move the chat over just a little. Let's open up a browser window and let's do some shopping. All right, let's do some shopping. So here's how we'll do this. I will tell you guys a thing that I think is going to be a hot Christmas item, or something that I think this nerd dad would get for himself, because that's what we do, right? We get things for ourselves, don't we? Most of the time, I do. The family buys things for me, but it's usually stuff that I already tell them I want. But I'll do some, and I want to see some answers from you guys. I want you guys telling me, oh, check this out, check that out. And then we'll go through and we'll kind of decide, and we'll make a little list. That'll be fun, right? That'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so the first item that I will list tonight, because it's been on my mind, because now I have one, and I really do think that it's going to be one of the most popular items, electronic kind of gadget items for Christmas this year. You know where I'm going with this? The Oculus Quest 2. The Oculus Quest 2, I think, is going to be super popular. So I know we talked about it yesterday, so we don't have to go into it very, very much. But, man, let's see. Buy a Quest 2 and get $10 off a Elite battery strap. Man. I think they were doing a thing, too, where you could get $50 for games or something. But I think the Oculus Quest 2 is going to be the thing that maybe not just nerd dads, but kids, especially teenage kids and stuff, because you can't get an Xbox, right? The Xbox, whatever, Scorpion, I don't even know what it's called now, but you can't get one of those. You can't get the PlayStation 5 or whatever it is. And this is in a good price range, and it works pretty well. So I think people who haven't gotten into VR yet, this is going to do the trick. And I think I told somebody wrong yesterday about playing Steam VR games with the Oculus Quest 2. I tried it last night, and I could not get the Steam VR games to play through the desktop. You may still be able to do it if you connect with a wire, but I couldn't do it through Virtual Desktop, the app. So anyways, there you go. And I think the cheapest one of these is $299, which is the one I have, and the difference is just the amount of memory that's in the thing. But you can pretty easily delete and reload apps. So, and I should look at how much memory I have in mine. I thought also about grabbing this on my way up, but I thought, no, I don't need to sit up at the Hobbit house and play VR. No, I don't need to do that. So anyways, okay. So Oculus Quest 2, that is a high on my list of things that I think people are going to need or going to want for the nerd dad for this Christmas. Now, what do you guys think? Give me some other ideas. In the meantime, let's answer Kevin's question. 3 power supplies. Power each of 3 power sets on a power supply, and leave only green wire running through the whole strands. You have to have the grounds connected, Kevin. You have to have the grounds connected. I don't know what else the rest of your explanation of your problem was going to be. Oh, there you go. I have 9 light strands of LED, and I may need help with powering it. I think I figured it out, but confirming if I'm right. Yeah, if you don't have the grounds connected, if you're using separate power supplies or like it really has to do with your controller and your LEDs. If your controller is on one certain ground and your LEDs are not sharing that same ground, like they're on a different power supply with a different ground, will not work. Your controller and your LEDs have to share a ground. So maybe instead of just sending the data wire over, send the data and the ground over. That'll do it. Okay. And I verified that as I was working on my, actually I think I have a video. A demonstration. I don't know if this will really help you, but I can put it here. Let's see. Because I think I can transfer this over. Oh, it's having a hard time. Yep, there it goes. Oh, we're going to airdrop that to me, and you guys will get to watch it. Maybe. Should be able to airdrop pretty easy. Not to be annoying, but I posted a question on the Discord server, and if anyone knows anyone about VMware, that would be helpful. You're not annoying at all. That's not annoying. That's you're free to ask whatever. I don't know much about VMware, so I'm sorry I can't help you much. But maybe Robert, was one guy that was here that was. It sounds like he had done VM. I know it's harder. Okay, look. So here's what's happening. Can you see all that? So if you disconnect the ground, so now the controller is on one power supply, the lights are getting power from something else, and they're just going wonky, right? They're doing I don't know what they're doing. They're going pink and blue and green and crazy stuff. If I connect the ground back up, whoop, now they just chill. Now they work. They work fine. Okay? So there you go. That's going to be in the new video, just a brief thing to say, hey, you got to have your grounds connected. And if you don't, this is what happens. What little power screwdriver do you use? It's called the Xiaomi. Let's look it up. It's the Wow Stick, because that's a good one. Wow stick is a good one. Although I think my wow stick is broken. I'm so sad. I think the other day we were I think I was doing it while we were on the stream. I was playing with it and I was trying to back some screws out and it kind of froze up or was making funny noises and I was like, oh, it's dead. You know, the light's blinking and it's doing funny noises. Oh, it's dead. I charged it up. I take it off. I try it again. It still does it. But it only does it when I go backwards. Like if I'm trying to unscrew something, if I'm trying to screw something in, it works fine. So anyways, wow stick. Wow stick. You know what's funny? I bet you they don't even say on here that it's by Xiaomi, but it is. But anyways, that's actually decent. $50. That's not too bad. I don't remember what I paid for it. I got mine from, I'm pretty sure I got mine from Banggood, right? I'm pretty sure I got mine from Banggood. I'll drop a link for this if you guys want it. I do think it's awesome. I'm really sad that mine has decided to give up the ghost as far as, you know, going backwards. There's probably, I remember getting mine. I thought it was about that same price. Gosh. AliExpress. That's where I would go if you probably don't have time at this point to get something from AliExpress. Yeah, $40. So it's $40, $41 from AliExpress, or what was it on Amazon just now? Wasn't that much more. 49 and delivery in like 2 days. And 49. Same kit. That's pretty sweet. That's not bad at all. Just did a video on a wow stick replacement for less than $40. Ooh, I'll have to check it out. Send the link to the thing. But with no light. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you already have a light and you don't need a light, that's great. Okay, so we got a couple things. We got the Oculus Quest and the Wow Stick. What else? What is a good box for the power supply in the Dig Quad? Should it be waterproof? If it's outside, it should definitely be waterproof. I would say may have stripped the reverse gear. Oh, could be. It certainly looks like, it feels like it's binding up. Gosh, I hope, you think anybody's ever going to compete with Amazon at this point? Probably not. So what I used was something like this. And they come in different sizes, so it kind of depends. This one is 8 by 7 by 4. This is probably about the size I used. I don't know for sure. But this is the style. It's pretty waterproof. You can poke holes in it where you need to. No, it's not a bunch of frills, but it's definitely solid. And mine's been up on the outside of the house for 4 years, and it's fine. How much have you missed, Daniel? Not very much, dude. Not very much. You missed about 30 minutes. But I'm only going to be on for 30 minutes tonight. So, but we'll be back on tomorrow night. And for those of you who are coming in late, like Tech Turtle, I just saw float by a second ago, right? Marshmallow's here. We should do a whole thing about hot glue. What do you say, Marshmallow? Should we do a whole stream just about hot glue? I love that that's your thing. I think that's cool. I think hot glue is an underappreciated molecule. Oh, the TS100 soldering iron. Yes, of course, Martin. How are you doing, by the way, buddy? How are you? Yes, the TS100. And there are alternatives for these things too, right? Like Sir Goodenough was talking about the alternative for the Wow Stick. This is the older one, probably. Oh, here's some. These must be other brands. So there's other brands besides the TS100, huh? Oh no, that is the TS. They're still TS100s. Okay. What's this one? Oh gosh, this one. Don't tell me. Oh, it comes with a battery? No way. No way that comes with a battery. No way. That's got to be false advertising. I don't know. Maybe they do. These ones come with a battery. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, so the TS100 is an awesome little soldering iron, no doubt. I love mine. Yeah, they do. They're all coming with batteries now. Wow. So this is the best soldering iron ever, in my opinion. I love it. I think it's great. I like using it. I put it on my bench power supply, and I crank it all the way up. People are subscribing, and I don't have a way to celebrate. Although I did get a fun gift. We can add that too. Oops. We can add that to the list too. Thank you too. Welcome. Oh, unicorn. Thank you, JK2M Designs. Thanks a bunch, man. How you doing? Let's see. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do the unicorns. Let's do. We don't have the unicorns. We have the planes. That'll work. Right? Dun, dun. I don't remember what song it is. I can't hear it. All right, let's just pick a TS100 here. I don't know which one I would get. I don't know that I would get one with a battery, but that's just me. I don't find myself. But I guess, you know what? Honestly, maybe having the battery is a pretty good idea if you're going to be like up on the, you're going to be soldering and you're up on the ladder or something like that. I mean, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Let's drop that in there. JK2M, I don't recognize your name. Do I know you on Discord by something else? Okay, here's the next thing. Hot glue. I know. I love it. This is. I'll throw my D1 minis in a latex balloon from dollar store. Packages is only 50 cents. Hey, you know what? Your neighborhood, whatever works, man. And the D1 minis, they're cheap enough that if they go bad, whatever, right? It's a couple bucks. If it lasts you for a season, great. Let's see. Squirrels. I did get squirreled. Joel? Oh, is that Joel? Oh, he's a pixel head. Oh, well, then Joel. Of course, Joel. Pixel head. You got the different names I don't recognize. Okay. The next thing. So here we go, guys. This is a bigger one. We're going to talk about this now. This is a bigger one. Let me show you what's next. One of these guys. I think I need something like this. I don't know if this is a good website to look at it on or not, but probably isn't. Let's go back. Let's just go here. I need something like this. I think. What do you guys think? Need a NAS. And the most important function for the NAS that I need is because I need it to back up pictures from Mrs. Z's and the kids, but mostly Mrs. Z's, because she's not navigating the app and the downloading it onto her computer or putting it on Amazon. Amazon still does free ones because Google stopped and hers is all messed up. So it's got to be pretty easy. I personally don't want to spend a bunch of time trying to get it all worked out, which is why I was looking at something like this. But it's got to have like a seamless app so that she can just take pictures and it will back up for her. That's what we need. Took down your Google photo. That's what I was looking for. Home network upgrades on my list. This one. One similar, love it. Made a mistake to get a shingled hard drive. What is shingled hard drive? So make sure you get the correct one. What's a shingled hard drive? QNAP is great as well. Both have apps for automatic backups. Okay. Dead simple. That'll be perfect. I have one. I read something about Synology like locking up their hard drives. Like you had to buy their hard drive. I don't want to get into that. Peterson, hot air rework solder. Ooh, I like that. Chris Peterson. Let's check that out. How you doing, by the way? Thanks for being here. I will say a little hot air gun, a small hot air gun is actually quite useful. Yeah, like this. So if you did something, you know, I have one that has a soldering iron with it, and the soldering iron's pretty crappy. So I think something like this, where you've got just the hot air, is pretty useful. I concur. Pretty useful for melt. I use it for melting the soldery melty connectors, you know. I'm just throwing all these links out there. So good enough. What you said you had a soldering iron that was 40 that you were looking at? Is it battery or whatever like these other ones? You have the QNAPs? Okay. So QNAP versus Synology, is that kind of it? You have to use specific hard disks with Synology, I believe. Yeah. That's kind of a bummer. Did they make you pay more? No, you don't need the Synology hard drives. Oh, okay. Gosh. Now I'm confused. Get the 720. Good point, Matt. Now I was looking at that. I was going back and forth. Do I do the 720? Do I do the 220? I was leaning towards the 720 for sure. I was leaning towards the 720. I was looking here in Amazon. Let's see. Did I leave it as an Amazon? I didn't go to it. I thought that was Amazon. It wasn't. Best deals. One of these. Oh, the Pine 64. Yes, the Pine 64. Yes. You haven't opened yours yet? I thought you got this a long time ago. This is also a very good one. I would definitely recommend this one. So good enough to share the link to this one. This is basically like the TS100 in all functions. It's just cheaper. I think it's just a different brand. It's based on a different board inside or whatever. What's a decent soldering iron for under $20? You know what? Before I got my TS100, I just went here and got whatever cheapest soldering iron station there was, and it was fine. It was something like this, and it was fine. And in fact, I think it was this blue one right here. So look at that, $10. And really, honestly, it's gonna be fine. So the reason I like mine is because it's so small, and I can just plug it into my power supply from my bench power supply and turn it on, and so it's just real easy. And I do love it. Heats up really fast, and I think it's really cool that it says my name when I turn it on. So that's lame, but it's cool. For more than just backups, yeah, I probably will eventually find something else to do with it. Yeah, you have one with a heat gun and it sucks. Yeah, the heat gun ones, like I said, I have the heat gun station that has a soldering iron with it, and it's crap. But the one I had has a little dial like this. This one's probably pretty decent too. It's got a dial and a little temperature sensor, so that's probably decent too. So, you know, you can certainly. Let's see, is this girl burning her fingers too, just like the other ones? Do you think they do that on purpose now with these soldering iron things? I think they probably do. They have the people hold them in the way that makes it burn their hands. This one. Yep, that would hurt. Look at how she's holding that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. A Heiko, yeah. Heats up fast, but it's not battery. I think aren't those pretty expensive? Not Halo. Not Halo City. Yeah. So those are pricey. I mean, I'm sure they're pretty nice. These are like if you're a pro, if you're like, does anybody ever, what's up with Jonathan Superhouse? Is he still out doing stuff? I haven't heard from him in a long time. But yeah, look at this. I mean, these are, mama. The links are, oh, your link's broke. So good enough. Something wrong with the link. Weller is another one. Been using for 20 years, yeah. 80, oh my gosh, I have about 80 Seagate Iron Wolf and Exo drives included in my NAS. I like them. Holy, what in the world? Are you like archiving the entire internet or something? Gwendor, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, it's the 12 Streams of Christmas. This number 2. How you doing, by the way? I haven't seen you in forever. Just switched from a WD to Iron Wolf in my Synology rack. Good drives either way. The disk station software Synology uses constantly loses settings or disconnects from the network. Uh-oh. Really? I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. This disk station software Synology uses constantly loses settings or disconnects from the network. Oh gosh, that's no good. Tell me that's not true. Or tell me that I won't run into that somehow. Data mining. What? So if I did, because I'm really serious about this Synology thing. Whether I do Synology or QNAP, I don't know. I didn't really look at the QNAP yet. And these are without hard drives. It has memory. So it'd be something like, and that's not a QNAP. Something like this. Pine 64 is better. Pine 64 is cheaper, I think. I know my storage. Oh my goodness. Stay away from Synology, really? Interesting. Is that because of their, so far the things that have concerned me about Synology are just the fact that they have hard drives that they specifically want you to use, and this one little bit about how much or how it drops off or something like that. Picking up an older Dell server for something cheap and using OpenNAS. It's got to be low maintenance, John. That's all. I just want plug and play. I really want plug and play. TS253, but wish I would have went with the. So you have the QNAP C# worm. You have the QNAP. You wish you went with the 453. So it's probably more expensive. A Synology would probably be a good fit. Own cloud Raspberry Pi solution for my dad. Dirt simple from photo backup. Yeah, maybe open. Which one did you use? Own cloud. How's it going, Nicholas? Happy first of the 12 streams of Christmas, the second. And Sir Goodenough pointed out that I messed up my thumbnail yesterday, and I put the second. I put that yesterday's stream was number 2 when it's not. Today was number 2. Yesterday was number 1. Anyways. Even with the CPU failure, Synology fixed it under warranty, even though the failure was Intel's fault. 4 drive bays instead of only 2. I was looking at some of the Synology ones, and it looked like you could, even if it only has a certain number of bays, you could expand anyways, right? Because it had, like the 720 has the eSATA connector or something. Open source Synology, try on an old PC. I do have some old PCs. TerraStation, QNAP is so much nicer. Okay, so what about software-wise? QNAP versus Synology, which one's sort of the better software? Anyone? What do you guys vote? If you want a project and to learn, build something. I'm not ready for that right now. I got enough projects and enough learning going on. Yeah, I'm going to get a pre-built one. QNAP, okay, QNAP does that as well. Just a 5-year-old PC chassis you have laying around, and you add drives and I/O boards. Can you guys hear my stomach growling now that I talked about not having eaten today? Even the software names are the same? Oh no, really? That's funny. Oh, my stomach's going to be growling again. Can you guys hear my stomach growling, really? Because I'm not surprised if you can, because it's next to the microphone. I'm here all by myself tonight. I just got to run out in a little bit. QNAP has had many security issues in the past 2 years. Oh, have they? Synology more user-friendly, more geared towards enterprise. Okay. Well, but I'll probably do Synology. And I'll probably just do a 720. Okay. I'm gonna spend a bunch of money on that. All right. So we got. Let's talk some other toys. So we got the Oculus. We're talking servers. We're talking soldering irons. We're talking what else, guys? What else? Oh my gosh, my tummy. That's so funny. What else? What else is on your nerd dad Christmas list? Come on, let's hear it. Don't use their cloud service. Security's fine. Okay. I would probably just do it through VPN. I would guess. I wouldn't really want their cloud. I would want to be able to back up our phones to our hard drives and access our hard drives from somewhere outside the network. But I can do that with VPN anyways. Might mean at this point is more secure, more reliable thing on my network. Fanless PC to run Home Assistant on. Fanless, yeah. Raspberry Pi 4. Gosh, are those really hard to get? I don't know. So the State of the Open Home conference is this coming weekend, and I know they're going to talk about the Home Assistant Amber, which is now the yellow because there's somebody else that uses the name Amber and they had to change it or something. Small parts organization. Oh yes, oh yes. What do you guys use for small parts organization? Don't buy DeWalt. It's going to be super expensive. I have a bunch of these. And I actually like them quite a bit. They're actually quite good. I mean, there's a whole variety of different ones of these. I remember seeing somebody way back when take something like this and put lights behind it, and when you said like Alexa, find me, the screws, and it would bing, it would light the light behind the one. You remember? But anyways, I use a ton of these. I think I've got 2 of them in my office, and one of them, two of the big ones in my office, and another one in the garage. 2 more in the garage. An older one that's a little smaller, and then a big one like this, and then I've got a small one on my desk too. Got so many of these, so many. Oh my goodness sakes. 3D printers or a CNC machine. Oh man, you know what I've got? I bought, and I probably told you guys about this. I bought the what's the name of that CNC? Oh man, it's the Make Made. This one. Maker Made, yeah, this one. So I actually have this. I actually own one of these, but I have not put it together yet. It's $1,000, and they give you, for $1,000 you get everything, I think, except the router, right? And then you need to build the frame yourself and stuff. But it's got all the chains, it's got all the computer stuff, it's got this slidey disc piece on it, but not the router. This was the kit that I bought right here, sitting in a box over at my buddy's house, or my contractor up here. So one of these days. So for me, CNC machine, that's what I want, because I want big. I want to be able to do big stuff like that. So this is probably not gonna be so good if what you wanted to do is do something small. One of the best bang for your bucks. Yeah, this is it, right? The M2. Yeah, this is it. So best bang for your buck as far as CNC machines, for sure. I know, right? The stuff you could make with this. See ya! Music Factory. I don't know about that. Bluetooth D20? What's Bluetooth D20? Bluetooth D20. Wesley, elaborate, my friend. Elaborate. I would love to know. Open a pencil. Oh, pencil. Yep. What cameras are they using? Blink-Wise, Ring, or something else? Skylar, I'm using Reolink. I'm all in on Reolink, and I love it. And I've got Reolink up here too. Okay, so what's the latest on 3D printers, guys? Okay, I've been out of the loop on 3D printers for a little while. Last year, I got the Ender 3, and I loved it. And then I remember we modified. I think that might have been one of the 12 streams of Christmas last year, or at some point during the year, we did the stream where we put the bed leveling thing on it, right? So I had it all torn apart, and we did the bed leveling thing, and then I left it, and I didn't go back to it. Voron, I've heard about that. I've heard about this. What is this? Goal back in 15, create a no compromise 3D printer. It was fun to assemble and enjoy to use. quiet, clean, pretty. Continue to operate 24 hours a day without requiring constant fiddling. Wow. And that's what they've done? So how do you get one? The Voron 0, the Trident, the 2, Switchwire, and Legacy. Oh, wait. The Trident. So Voron, these are the new, this is the latest and greatest in 3D printers now. Where do you buy them? How do you get them? I don't see a buy button. Bill of materials. You have to order the parts and build it. Oh. Interesting. Oh. For the Ender 5 Pro. You can order parts kits from AliExpress. Voron is only a kit. You have to build it. Oh. What are the differences between some of these kits? Okay, so this is the manual, so I understand now why I think it that way. Oh, I don't really want to open the manual. I just want to look at the galleries. Okay, well that's, somebody else had mentioned that. Somebody actually came to the house. LDO kits for Voron. LDO Voron kit. Printed solid. Most fiddling I've heard of building it. I mean, like, how disassembled are we talking? I mean, we're talking, like, if you're buying a kit, it's got nothing. Wow, that's pretty cool, though. I do like the enclosure. Pretty sweet. So do you guys have these? Has anybody got one of these? Or do you guys just, this is the latest and greatest that everybody's talking about? I tell you what I'd like for Christmas is to get any one of my 3D printers working. Oh my gosh. It prints fast. My Ender 3, I think, was, we did the bed leveling thing and never finished it. So that one's really not, none of my 3D printers right now would, and I think I have 4, if you count the one that's in the box that I haven't opened. The others all need something in order to make them useful. Like even the resin one, I've got to get it out and go through the whole process of the resin one stuff. But I miss my 3D printers. I miss my Lulzbot. I don't remember what, now I'd have to go back and figure out what was going on with that one. I think the problem with the Lulzbot was my filament was bad and it was just breaking, but I can't remember now either. I miss my 3D printer. I need it. I haven't been able to print anything in months, and it's hurting my soul. Ender 3 is the build size and how slow it is, yeah, for a lot of stuff. Resin ones are a pain in the butt for what I heard. Yeah, I only used it. I got that one for free from, I don't remember who, maybe it was Banggood. It's an Ender. I'm pretty sure it's an Ender model, or it's their brand. But yeah, I used it to make, I printed 2 things on it. I printed the Eiffel Tower, and then I printed some little like figurines, and that was it. And I haven't used it since. So. Okay, so 3D printer Voron, if you want a kit. It sounds like Enders are still pretty good. The Ender V2 was the one, right? That's the one I have. I liked it. Printed 300 face shields for hospitals last year. Nice, Robert. That's great, man. You look at a Print NC for a CNC router. Oh, I don't know about that. Print NC wiki. Is this another one you build? Laser CNC. My resin's not an Ender? Oh, I thought it was. That looks cool. That looks straightforward. This must be a kit also. High performance CNC routers, easy, based on a steel frame, ensure rigidity. Where to start, Discord server. It's the right machine, performance page, on and on. Okay, cool. What else? Let's get we got time for a few more. I'll go a little past 7, but then at 7 o'clock I gotta get off. What else? A lot less than some of the others. Belt printers are... Oh, the belt printers. Yes, the belt printers. Oh my gosh. I remember seeing pictures of those. Those are pretty cool. Yeah. These endless printers. Oh, Creality. I'm sorry. It's not an Ender. Apologies. You're right. Ender is that particular model. Creality is the brand, and mine's a brand. Sorry. You're right. Have I done any smart vehicle upgrades? Ooh, I'm about to add remote lock start that integrates with... Oh, that's nice, Chris. I have not done that, but I like the sound of that. Smart vehicle upgrades. What has anybody else done for smart vehicle upgrades? Here, let's do for somebody else that just subscribed or whatever. Here comes Fat Unicorn, I think. Yes, excellent, it worked. Ilgu Neptune 2S. Is that a printer? Yep. Cool. Black Friday, $73 off. Drone Mobile. What is Drone Mobile? There's a guy I've watched in the past on YouTube. I don't remember his name right now. But he made a video recently about adding drivable stuff to your car. What is small, compact GPS tracking, smartphone, smartwatch? I like it. Drone Mobile. So it's like a low jack thing for your car, kind of? But does it do family sharing, speed alerts, curfew monitoring? Oh, points of interest, geofences, engine alerts, push notification the moment your vehicle's engine turns on or off, car finder, directions to your car, and it's a subscription too? Cool. That's cool. Yeah, we could, there's certainly some smart things you could add to your car that we haven't worked on. Finished 1,200 pixel tree for a local city. Good for you, Robert. How'd it turn out? Did it turn out good? What are you using to control it? Are you doing an Uno or quad or something? Dashboard mount for the iPhone. Does that count? That's what I have too. Yeah. Remote start locks and unlocks. Yeah, that's what you want. If it does remote start and remote start with turn the heat on, that kind of thing, that's important. Very important. Meter for the dad builder. Oh boy, yes. A multimeter. Oops, not my email. You don't want that. You probably do. I haven't looked at my email at all today. I don't know what's there. So, multimeter. Thank you very much, somebody else. We should do something else. I think I can do something else. What else can I do? Oh, I can do the Dr. Pepper one. So, and well, let's look at multimeters for a minute. And then remind me to talk about the Stream Deck. Okay? Remind me to talk about the Stream Deck. Use a Falcon F16 controller. Open Pilot. Is that the one that is Open Pilot where it can drive for you or whatever? Linkswell radio for the truck. 12-inch touchscreens. Nice. Wow. Making this... Oh, the smart RV. Oh, gosh. I haven't done much with the RV because I've been so focused on the house. So I was happy that I went through and did the waterproofing or the weatherproofing this year, where you dump out all the water, take the plug out of the water heater and do all that stuff and kind of weatherproof it. So I did that. So that makes me happy. Right now it's just sitting in the driveway at home, not doing anything. It's too bad. Strippers, crimpers, ferrule crimps, shrink tubings for kits and dads build it. Yes, you are so right. Okay, so multimeters, you can get really expensive multimeters. Like everybody talks about Fluke. If you have a Fluke meter, that's like super, super fantastic. I really like I've got a generic little one. It's like this one or something like that, and it works great. You need to be able to measure mostly DC current or DC voltage mostly, right? And if you can get it to measure DC current, that's also good. And most of them will if you put them in line. So I like having a clamp amp meter. If it does DC, not all of them do DC. So having a clamp amp meter that does DC, volts, this one just does, see, this one just does AC, right? The amps on this one is only in AC. So I had to do a little looking. Don't be fooled. Not every clamp meter is going to do DC current unless you put it in line. Like you can do it if you put it in line, as in like you put it in series with the circuit that you're measuring, then it'll work. Even these little ones, these little crappy ones will do that. But I want the clamp kind like that. So you can see, you know, when we get into Fluke and you're talking $300 now. So well, I guess there's the cheapest Fluke, AC/DC current handheld multimeter by Fluke. So that's probably the pretty generic or pretty minimal functions. That'll probably work. So voltage, it'll do DC and AC. And it looks like it'll do AC or DC current. So that's good. So I don't know what makes Fluke. Maybe it's the accuracy. Maybe it's the dependability. Maybe it's the, you know, they're just built to last a million years or something. I don't know. AC, DC, and resistance for less than $20. Yeah. Fleur DM2825. I love my DC clamp amp meter that's down here. It's there. It was hard to find, but I found one, and I use it a lot. But then some of the other things that Sir Goodenough was talking about, like the ferrules. Ferrule. How do you spell it? Ferrule. So a box of these. What I find, I've got one of these, right? This is nice for putting good ends on your wires, especially when you're screwing them into terminals and things. What I've found is that I don't have enough of the small ones. I need more of the small ones and less of the big ones. But I think I have a kit almost exactly like this. So this one is a good one. Oh, I can't get links anymore? Okay, fine. Doesn't want to let me get a link. That's funny. That link might not work. The other ones, the other thing that I use a lot is what are those little ones that, like the jumper ends? I use that a lot. I actually do use that quite a lot. Can't follow the channel much. Have you seen or used any Athom products? Athom, A-T-H-O-M. I don't know Athom, A-T-H-O-M. What do they make? Or their home assistant or their home automation stuff? I would expect. Oh, look at this. Oh, are these the guys that are selling? Oh, these are the guys that are selling pre-flashed stuff. ESP Home and Tasmota stuff. Oh, cool. That's great. Good for them, man. Good for them. Yeah, I don't know. I have not tried anything of theirs. I don't know what they're doing, but I think that's great. Good for them. Good for them. Does anybody else use their stuff? Are they good? Are they good to work with? Are they good to buy from? Where are they based out of? Tindy Store. Oh, they have Athom on AliExpress. Wow. So another thing I will tell you that is coming. I'll give you a little spoilers. When Palace, or it's probably not going to be Palace, it might be somebody else, talks about the state of the smart home, there's an update or some of the future of ESP Home is to be able to be run on commercial devices like that a little bit easier, or to be able to get it to work with commercial devices a little easier. So, just found Athom. Considering a big purchase, maybe start with a few to test the waters. Good idea, Chris. Good idea. Rob has mentioned them, but not sure if he's reviewed them. Probably hasn't. Or is there more stores selling pre-flashed? You know, when Sonoff was the only thing out there, and we were flashing with Tasmota like version 5, I thought about that, but it just didn't seem like it was going to be a viable business or something that I was going to spend enough time doing. So let's see, DuPont. So DuPont and DuPont is the ones. DuPont crimping. Yeah, DuPont crimping tool connector kit. So get yourself one of these. I got one of these a while back. This is so useful too. Mine actually is different than that. Mine has multiple. Is it this one? It's probably this one. Or something like it. It's one of these. That one looks fine. I'm finally... Nah, mine looks a little different than that too. That doesn't... I don't know. You need one of these. I agree. You need a DuPont kit like this. I'm just going to grab one. I don't know. Yeah, this is useful, super useful, because then you can make your own little jumpers, or you can connect. You take these little guys and they'll connect to like your other boards and your other jumpers and things. So very, very useful. Very useful. Search cloud free shop. Ooh, another one, huh? Cloud free shop. Ooh. Cloud free. What are they running? Is it Tasmota? See, this should be Travis. This should be DigiBlur doing this. Oh, good for them. I can't imagine. I mean, I guess it depends on what else you're doing. If this is... Oh, yeah, sure enough. DigiBlur. Cool. Self-hosted. Well, awesome. Well, good for them. As of September 14th, you have helped us inject over $1,500 into the open source community. Thank you. That is fantastic. So they have some mission to like donate some part of what they sell. Is that what they're doing? To pull all the links out of the YouTube chat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry, they're so good enough. When is the best time to buy pixels? January, February, any good sales I should be aware of? Your neighborhood, I don't know. I know that some of these other guys, ask the pixel heads. They'll be better to tell you. It would make sense to me, buy all the crimpers. It would make sense to me that it would be, early in the year, January, February, probably when demand starts to decrease rapidly. Then that's probably a good time to get them. So now I'm all for stuff like this, because if you can't do your own flashing of these things, but you still want them, this is actually, they're not bad price. I don't know. That is interesting. Let's see. Oh, they're out of stock. Just like me. Everything's out of stock. $10. But they probably just don't have them yet. They're using the same website stuff I'm using. That's awesome. Some of us website business people should probably get together and share some info. I was gonna say the other things. Let's think about one or two more things. Let's think about something. What else do you guys like? The nerd dad. The nerd dad. We don't do TVs. Oh, I was gonna mention the Stream Deck. So at some point I was up here streaming, and I mentioned something about not having a Stream Deck, up here. And somebody out there, I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was, because all I have is the name in Discord. But some beautiful soul sent me a Stream Deck, and I have one at the house. Now I have two, and the one he sent me was this one, the extra large one, which is fantastic. And I'm going to use the extra large one at the house, and then the small one I'll bring up here. I'll pack with my laptop. The Stream Deck, I definitely use it when I'm streaming, right? I use it to push the buttons, and so we get the little things. Like I'll do this for Blade, even though he's not here because he thinks it's funny that it makes a semi-truck sound. But I do those things with the Stream Deck, but that's not the majority of what I use the Stream Deck for. The majority of what I use the Stream Deck for is I use it for Home Assistant. I use it to turn my lights on, to open my shades, to make an announcement to the kids, all that kind of stuff. That's what I use my Stream Deck for more than I do even on streaming. And it works really well. It's a webhook. There's a way to do it where you get a webhook code basically for your Home Assistant. And when you're doing new buttons, it's really pretty simple. You pick the service call, the category, the device name. You put your little webhook number in there. It's this big long code thing, and then there you go, and it works pretty dang well. And I haven't found a thing I couldn't do with it yet, so pretty happy. I was even using it for like music. You can do it to pick radio stations. Like if you wanted to play a certain radio station on all of your Amazon Echoes or whatever, you push a button and it will send the command to the Alexa Media Player, and it'll play it on whichever devices you want and whichever station you want. You can do volumes up, down. You can skip. You can pause. All that stuff. Pretty cool. And then headphones. Good question. Headphones. What's everybody doing for headphones? Mrs. Z's wants some headphones, but she wants like like the Airbud things. I don't know. Not so big on those. I will tell you what my favorites have been. There probably would not be. So Sennheiser, I don't know how you say it, but Sennheiser, this is my favorite brand. Definitely my favorite brand of headphones. I've had a few different brands. Those are my favorite. They've got the ones that I got that I really like are actually, they're not probably, if I was going to get cordless ones, that's what I would get, because these guys make the best. To me, they make the best stuff. It's a pair of wired ones. They're wired. I connect them to my PC, but the thing about them is that I like, the cushion on them here is soft. It's not leather like these, so it doesn't get sweaty. And it actually is not noise canceling. It's pass through. So when people come in the room and they talk to me, I can hear them. And I can hear myself talk, which is, for me, I like that better than some of these other things. But I don't remember what the brand is or what the model number is now. They're so old. They're so old. I'm sure they don't make the same ones anymore. I'm sure they make something different. But anyways, that's my choice. The Jabra Elite 75 earbuds. Do you like those, Phil? You a fan of the Jabra? I think I've seen lots of people doing ads for those. Jabra Elite. I wouldn't mind something that is pretty discreet like that. Well, that's cheap. Yeah, those are pretty good. So sometimes at work I'll use one at a time. What I would like about something like this is if I could just use one and then turn it off and then turn the other one back on. Drop a link for my favorite. Let me try and find my favorite. I'm gonna hold on to this though, because I'll come back and find it. All right, so they are the ones that I like are the wired PC headphones. And let's see if it'll give me a brand over here. Nope. How do you spell that again? SENN? It's probably something like that. This is probably the newer brand. Oh, those are looking... No, maybe it's this. Yeah, it looks like this. It looks a lot like this. So these are the ones I like. That looks like the same microphone. It's got the soft the non-leather stuff there. I think it's a different model now, but this is probably the new one. This looks like it's got this stuff. So this is what I use. This is what I use. That's what I like. So, all right, guys, what do you think? What other, anything else? Anything else we should put on the list to get ourselves for Christmas? Because that's how it works when you're the dads, right? Hey, John, how's it going? Update on the stock of the Unos. They're coming this week, man. I know that. They're coming this week. I know for sure they're coming this week. I already paid the duties on them. They did the duties, and so they should be here any time. In fact, they may... I think if they would have arrived today, my family would have let me know, but tomorrow probably. Ooh, a chair. That's another good... Yep, Sir Goodenough's got a good option there. Good idea there with a chair, for sure. Do I golf? Oh, man. I would love to golf. I haven't golfed in forever. You want to go golfing? Is that an invite? Oh, man, I wish. I haven't been golfing in forever. Right ear, but not just the left ear. Make sure you find one that can work the way you want it. Yeah. If I was going to do it, I'd do one, and that's why I'm going to buy them one at a time. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, I think I'm out. I think we're outie today. Guard line sensors for the Hobbit hole. Ooh, good idea. Good idea. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the good ideas. Sorry for the change in topics, but we'll get all the same topics covered. We're just doing it a little bit in Arizona, in a different order. You're in Arizona. Totally take you golfing. Oh, you're in California. If you're in Arizona, oh, I'm in Utah, dude. I'm in Utah, John. But yeah, if you ever come to Utah, come on up. We'll go golf. Or if I'm in California, anybody wants to invite me to go golfing, I'm there. Hovercraft, oh, that'd be great. Just moved back to the U.S. I want MQTT devices. All right, guys. Well, hey, I'll be on tomorrow night, probably about this time. So about now. Because I'm going to drive home earlier in the day tomorrow. I'll probably leave here around lunchtime, drive home, and then be home in the afternoon, and then be on to stream tomorrow night, okay? We should have a big old golf outing. Anyways, all right. Thanks for watching.